So today, um, I am not a proprietor today. I am not a CRNA anesthetist today. I am not a proprietor, block maker, all the other things today. Today, I am lowly seated in awe of following what will be considered crazy instruction to help build a church. We are here at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, House of Testimony, but it is a Rehoboth Parish. Mommy Pastor is also here. We are working day in, day out, and the focus is building for God so that God can build for you. It's not a tit for tat exchange. In fact, I find myself doing things that even I, with the kind of mind I've been said to have, a genius mind, I find it crazy. But again, I have found that the craziest thing that God does is wiser than the wisest thing that man can do. So God will just tell one man, Abraham, move to you. God will just tell Moses, that grew up as an Egyptian prince, abandon all of those things and go to the wilderness and shepherd and go and toil and suffer. And you say to yourself, what kind of a God is this? How does this even make any sense to begin with? Well, I cannot tell you that I understand God. In fact, God is one of the most misunderstood concepts. I just know that I know that there is a God, and that God speaks, and that God heals, and that God saves, and that God directs, that God instructs, and that God does wonders. In a place in which there was little or nothing for them to build a church out of nothing, just like in Genesis, tiles are flying out from nowhere, blocks are coming out, cements are coming out, money that is not in the account is flying in somehow, so that this work must be done by force, by fire. He that he foreknew, he predestines, he calls. He that he calls, he justifies. He that he justifies, he glorifies. I am trying in every way possible to get out of being a preacher. That is the honest truth. But I don't think that I'll be able to escape it. I think it's too late. It's one thing to be born to do something. It's another thing to choose to do it. In my own situation, before I was born, as a 10.5-month child, it had already been sealed. So I am just playing out a script in which is a very interesting script though. Trust in God. Which seems like madness to my rational mind, because I am a scientist and I analyze things scientifically. The things that I say, the things that I do, the things I've said God said will happen to me. Everybody who has heard it at the back of their mind, they just laugh and say, you are crazy. It's just like God telling Baba Adeboye and saying, I want a house. He says, don't worry, I'll give you a city. It was funny then. But 44 years later, it's not as funny. Or 42 years later, 1980, whatever the calculation is. So, there is a God somehow. I don't understand him. I don't understand his plan. The just shall live by faith. I just continue to do things by faith. And somehow, it works. May God give you grace. May God give you the support. May God give you the enablement to obey the most ridiculous instructions of God. God bless you. Amen, amen, amen. Okay, I've talked enough. Let me post this one. Thank you. Obedience, that is better than sacrifice. If you know what it takes to give up everything and to go somewhere and say God told you, It is madness. To my scientific mind, it is madness. But then I know that I know. I cannot convince you. It is not my job to convince you that God is the one telling me to do things that are crazy. Because without a doubt, they are crazy. Oh. Even Noah that was building an ark, people will come and mock him and say, well, how about your ark? What happened to your rain? One day, it rained. And all those people who have mocked, they wish that they did not mock. So I pray that the Spirit of God will continue to lead us aright. I pray that it shall be well with you in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at every point in time, that the voice of God will never depart from you, and neither his grace and mercy. Amen.